As India celebrates its 77th Republic Day, a powerful message is arriving from Europe. And it is not just symbolic, it is strategic. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has made it clear. In her words, a successful India makes the world more stable, more prosperous, and more secure. The statement comes at a moment when India and the European Union are preparing to seal what is being described as the mother of all trade deals. Von der Leyen is on a 3-day visit to India and attended the Republic Day celebrations as chief guest. She called it the honor of a lifetime. Alongside her was European Council President Antonio Costa. Their presence on Kartavya Path sent a clear signal. Europe sees India as central to its future. The timing is crucial. On Tuesday, von der Leyen will sit down with Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the India-EU summit. Both sides are expected to announce the conclusion of negotiations on a long-pending free trade agreement. Talks that began in 2007, stalled in 2013, and were revived in 2022 are now reaching the finish line. From Europe's perspective, this is about growth and relevance. Speaking earlier at the World Economic Forum in Davos, von der Leyen said India and the EU are on the cusp of a historic agreement. One that could create a market of 2 billion people. One that would account for nearly a quarter of global GDP. For Europe, this is also about securing a first-mover advantage in one of the world's fastest-growing economies.
And right after Davos, the next weekend, I will travel to India. There's still work to do, but we are on the cusp of a historic trade agreement. Indeed, some call it the mother of all deals. One that would create a market of 2 billion people, accounting for almost a quarter of global GDP. And crucially, that would provide a first-mover advantage for Europe with one of the world's fastest-growing and most dynamic continents. Europe wants to do business with the growth centers of today and the economic powerhouses of this century, from Latin America to the Indo-Pacific and far beyond. Europe will always choose the world, and the world is ready to choose Europe.
From India's perspective, the message is equally clear. New Delhi is being quoted as an economic and strategic partner of consequence. The European Union is already India's biggest trading partner. Bilateral trade and goods touched $135 billion in the last financial year. The deal on the table now promises to deepen that relationship. Key concessions are already being discussed. India is expected to sharply reduce tariffs on cars imported from the European Union. Duties that once went as high as 110% could fall to 40% initially and then down to 10% over time. That opens the door wider for European automakers like Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and BMW. But this agreement is not just about cars or tariffs, it is about India's position in a changing global order. As supply chains shift and geopolitical tensions rise, Europe is looking for reliable partners. India fits that bill. The symbolism of Republic Day matters here. As India celebrates its constitution, sovereignty, and democratic strength, global leaders are lining up to engage. The words coming from Brussels are not ceremonial, they are strategic. For India, this moment reflects confidence. Confidence in its growth story, confidence in its global standing, and confidence that major powers now see India not as a market of the future but as a partner of the present. A successful India, as Europe's top leader has said, benefits the world. And right now, the world is watching India very closely.